Yay! Once again, we are live, starting back where we were starting at the shield maze. So, yeah, getting this little lawful evil Lich playthrough complete with awful voice acting underway. Start killing people. Whack and whack. Easy peasy. Right. Got our first scroll of inflict wounds, or at least one of the first, which is very good. We're going with Dampier as our race for this one, for our ancestry, I should say. So, going to be chugging inflict wounds potions left and right. Go Camellia.
I hope you appreciate this.
Camellia is my least favorite lock-picking Pokemon, for reasons we may get into later. Although in this playthrough, Camellia may be my favorite lock-picking Pokemon, because she's an interesting character with great motivations for everything she does. And I trust her and her judgment implicitly. Extensive but slightly water damaged collection of writings on rituals and demon worship. Nice. That's what you want to see in the library. It's just a calculus textbook. Oh. You see, I thought they were summoning demons, but it turns out it was just my illiteracy getting the better of me. Hey guys, corrupted mongrels, what? What are they doing here? Windwalk, do you know anything about this?
Well, are we going or what?
There aren't that many mongrels. You must all know each other, right? Who was that?
Some unlucky fools who thought the shield maze was a good place to go for a stroll. The maze drove them insane, if they weren't insane to begin with, that is. But this isn't the first time I've been attacked by people I know in here. Lost friends of mine would sometimes reappear like that. They didn't recognize anyone anymore. Trying to talk to them was a waste of time. Ending their suffering was the only option. Weaklings. Serves them right.
Well, you never told me this maze of yours was crawling with cultists.
I did it because there weren't any. Looks like they got here the same way you did. They fell from the surface.
The maze doesn't look like the mysterious place you've made it out to be. Looks more like a cultist den to me, and a well-established one at that.
The maze has always been full of traps and subterranean monsters. And now it's got cultists as well. What does it matter to you? I promised to lead you to the surface, and that's what I'm doing. You do not belong here. Let's go.
Well, someone's a little testy. And that makes me think there may be more going on here than first meets the eye.
I am helpful.
I'm sure the nice spider lady who speaks in a terrifying, creepy Eastern European accent is a good person. You know, they always give the creepy Eastern European accents to the good people in all the movies, is what they do. So I'm sure she's great. I was hit. They hit me. Warhammer, no. Falcatas, dueling swords, and dwarven war axes. I was very tempted to make an orc, because I think orc liches are cool, and go with an orcish war axe build, because orcish war axes are also very cool. But on my personal playthrough, I'm doing a 2-weapon fighter.
I am helpful, am I not?
And orcish war axes, for those of you who didn't know, along with gnomish hooked hammers, actually.
I hope
Both
you
count
appreciate
as
this.
2 weapon fighting weapons, which is why later on, if you'll get Rachel as a companion, who's a dude who, without spoiling anything, uses gnomish hooked hammers, and if you give him 2 weapon fighting feats, it's better than giving him 2-handed weapon feats because it's a 2 weapon fighting weapon. Same with the orc double-sided axe. So,
Save the last one for
hello,
me.
friends. Whack. Yes. Going with big, chunky, 2-handed melee weapons on this one because I think it's one of the most satisfying ways to play the game. And I also find martial combat is a lot more satisfying than spell-based combat in this game. Either to the benefit or detriment of many builds. Spellcasters fucking suck early game. The scaling is weird. If you're playing through, core difficulty is actually quite a bit harder, found in note, than, say, if you were to fight the characters in like a pen and paper version of Pathfinder. A lot of the characters have much higher ACs and saves and abilities and core difficulty than they do just like in the Pathfinder bestiary. So core difficulty is actually a bit harder than the average difficulty, and even normal difficulty is a little bit. The casual or story difficulties are closer to what you would probably actually find in Pathfinder game. But let's read the note that we got. So, follow these simple rules or you will die. 1. Don't bother me unless strictly necessary. 2. Keep the door to the shrine locked with the key I made. I don't care which of you two holds onto it. You can tear each other to shreds over it for all I care. 3. Don't even think of setting foot in the ritual chamber, ever. 4. Keep the door to the finished section of the maze locked at all times. Our beautiful boy. As a reminder for you feeble-minded vermin, the entrance is sealed using the hidden lever, the torch on the wall next to the door. The door itself is in the room with the blood pool where I sometimes relax. 5. Do something about the damn water elemental. Do whatever you want, just make sure it's gone. 6. Find a better hiding place for a paladin sword from the surface. I'll deal with that later. 7. Remember, your life means less than nothing to me. I have plenty of people vying to become the hand of Hesilla. Hesilla. Great. Hesilla wins all the best boss awards. Alright. Oh. Door's got a strong lock on it. Sure, Windwalk. You've tried. I believe. But let Camellia have a go at it. Oh. Hey. Beautiful. I love that she just took the loot. That's my loot. Yes. Yes, I will take a look inside as soon as the game allows me to. What's this? Armor? Why? Don't mind if I do. Gold. Love gold.
I am helpful, am I not?
You sure are, Camellia. Anyways. Dueling swords, always nice. Random things. Masterwork heavy flails, etc. Nah. As good as what I have. Yeah, Hesilla seems like a great boss. It's always nice when your boss says, remember, your life is worth less than nothing to me. I'm a big fan of that. That's what I like. Hello, water elemental. What a tragic end for that guy. Alright, let's get some broccoli. That's what I'm in here for. Some nice Outback Steakhouse style broccoli. Done over here. Let's head on. Head on back to this little area. Operates a system of aqueducts, channeling water from the river to the city. Damaged during the earthquake. What? The city architects really let me down with the lack of structural improvements they've got going on here. Whack. That was nice. It was a very graceless execution of that enemy.
The spirits demand your blood.
Whack. And 1 health left. Alright, Sela. Way to go. Ring of Protection, +1. Very nice. And some random miscellaneous items. Okay. With the lower part done, let's continue moving on. Got a nice little cultist symbol of Baphomet right there. Great. Let's take a look at the armor that we have. We're not able to use any of it. That's great. Let's take a look at the accessories. Do love myself. Good old-fashioned. Do love myself a good old-fashioned ring of protection. Alright, gang, onward and upwards. Let's take care of these guys first.
Do not waver.
Hey, bud. Whack. Ow. Well, Sela is just stuck having some trouble in the doorway, which is what we want. I'd have to use one of these handy dandy little inflict wounds scrolls sooner or later. Let's see what our note says. Almost new diary. The diary contains only 1 entry. Life is shit. It's always a good way to start off. No therapy needed. While my brethren, although what kind of brothers are they really, are having a great time up on the surface, I'm stuck down here with Hasilla the Nightmare and the mongrel scum. Which mongrel could he be talking about? To top it all off, a pipe sprung a leak, an elemental is smashing up the kitchen, and Hasilla is sending it to slaughter everyone it meets in the maze's passageways. All I can do is hide around corners, under beds, and in cupboards. I don't want to die. This isn't how I pictured it, serving Baphomet. This isn't how I pictured it at all. Well, I hate to say this, bud, but if your retirement plan was serving Baphomet, things probably weren't gonna go super well for you, regardless of how you chose to pursue that little endeavor of yours. Take down the experience gain a little bit. Kingmaker had an issue where you would only get to like level 17 by the end of the game, and it was very frustrating because playing around at level 20 is fun. So I increased the leveling speed a little bit, but probably continue to adjust it throughout. Maybe attacks of opportunity. Alright. Let's equip some of these dandy little scrolls here. More armor we can't use. So yeah, once we pick up our level in Hell Knight Signifier, which should be 2 more levels, I think we'll be able to use heavy armor, but not light or medium armor. So, you know, I might dip into medium armor proficiency just because chainmails and things like that are very useful. And in the early game, we have a greater chance to fail spells due to armor. Wearing medium armor may be preferable. Pick that up and give that to Sela for the time being. So, we'll see. Alrighty. Is this better for Camellia? I don't believe so. I don't think we have any heavy crossbows. So far, she's just got a longbow. So, we'll be aiming to grab Winduag, a
Go save the last one for me.
Nice little composite bow when we can. There's the pool of blood. Great for the skin. Yank on the torch. I love yanking on a torch from time to time, you know? Heavy crossbow. Might give Windwag the heavy crossbow just for the time being. Ritual pool. Filled with fresh blood. Well, that has to be the one. Go, Camellia, go. Disarm trap. Way to go. Alright. What's going on, guys? Another hand of Facilla. She has two. What's on this one? Same copy of notes and a key. Great. Love keys. Bodies of the maze builders lie where they were caught by the earth elementals damaged by the earthquake. The builders' tools lie scattered next to their bodies. Rough way to go out. Rough way to go, guys. But I'm happy that you died with your gold on you. That's the most important thing. Alright. What's behind this door? It's a Pokemon. Ow. Well. Come on, team. Deal with it so I don't have to. Well, I almost died. Let's pop my inflict wound scroll real fast. Fantastic. There's a fun interaction after Act 1. Oh shit. Well, yeah. Can't pick locks, no shit. Go, Camellia. Unlock it. There's a very fun little interaction with a character that you meet after you're done in Market Square that I'm looking forward to regarding Dampier status. What are these guys doing? Cambions. That's a real demon. And fortunately, they have real demon stuff. Composite longbow. Yes. Allows Windwag to add her strength modifier to damage. Always a big fan of that. Pop that door open real fast. Go over here. Yank on another torch, because we love yanking on torches. Pick up some half plate for our dear friend Sela. Don't even think it's that much better than Sela can wear, but it's alright. Windwag, actually, we can toss the Cryptorator armor on, and we'll put this padded armor onto Camellia. Big rocky boy. Ah. Very nice. Easy peasy. Collection. And more traps.
What do we have here?
Yes.
I am helpful, am I not?
You are super helpful. Always helpful.
Guide my blade.
Well, we're missing. We're getting hit. It's a good time. Sela's critting, so, you know, as long as someone in my party is effective, that's all I really need. Take some demon blood, grab some mushrooms from the wall. Bop, 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 bop. Did I do it right? I did do it right. I'm a genius. So this rune puzzle is the solution is very well known, but there actually is over by I think it's over by the pool of blood, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere over in one of these areas, there are a series of paintings that are actually in that order. I think it's yellow, blue, red, yellow. And apparently, that's how you're supposed to know. Could have fooled me. I left some stuff in there. I'll need to go get that. Alright. Let's pick this lock first.
I am helpful, am I
Grab
not?
that stuff. What's this? Excalibur. Wait, this is No, it can't be. I know that hilt. Radiance. Sword of the Great Yaniel. That's what this is. But it's meant to be in the Tower of Estrad with all the other relics. That's what I heard, at least. Well, of course, this rusted piece of metal must be the very same sword. I think you merely wish that this were the illustrious sword of legend. You don't get it. I've seen this sword 100 times, in paintings and in the hands of the Yaniel statue. I've even thought of going to the Estrad Museum to see the real thing in person. How did it get here? What's so special about it? Now, nothing, I guess. But this sword was legendary in its day. People say that when Yaniel held it, the blade would glow, striking demons left and right. Soldiers would see radiance as light from afar and take heart, rushing into the fray and winning. But I don't know what's wrong with it now, or how to restore its power. All I can sense is that they made a mockery of it. You're empathizing with an object. Extraordinary. Are all paladins so tender-hearted and sensitive? Sensitive in a way, yes. We're highly attuned to evil and everything wrought by demons. Radiance was in evil hands, and as a paladin, I can tell you they did nothing good to it. Who's Yaniel? No, you've never heard of Yaniel. She's famous all over Galarian. She was a great woman. She was born in Mindev. When the Crusade started, she couldn't just sit idly by. She dedicated her life to the Crusade. People say she was audacious and spirited. She was the first into battle and never sacrificed other people's lives for tactical advantage. It's how she's been remembered, as an incredible warrior who seemed to blaze with righteous fury. In all the images of her, she looks capable of driving back all the demons to the abyss single-handedly. But then something happened between her and her commanders. Maybe they envied her, maybe there was more to it than just that, I don't know. Anyway, she went to the World Wound without her fellow soldiers, and she didn't just survive the mission, she even brought back crusaders she rescued in there. Can you imagine? She died as she lived, with pride. She was one of the people defending Dresden to the very end. It's where she perished. Don't take this the wrong way, but I really hope she died quickly, a hero's death, because if she didn't, that means she was taken prisoner and had to endure unspeakable horrors. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. You know a lot about Yaniel. Are you a fan of hers or something? I suppose you could say that. I've always felt an affinity with Yaniel, although I know what it's like not to be what your commanders want you to be. Whenever I used to feel pressure, I always thought of Yaniel. Maybe some people didn't like how she was, but to the people she pulled out of the World Wound, she was perfect. To the people she saved on the battlefield, she was incredible. And to those who keep her memory alive, she's a hero. That's what counts. And how could a priceless relic end up down here? Yaniel disappeared, but by some miracle, Radiance was recovered from the battle. No one else has ever wielded it. It is Yaniel's blade and always will be. That's why it was put in the Tower of Estrad with the other Crusade relics. Now it turns out somebody stole it. I have this weird feeling, like I'm rescuing a fellow warrior from a dungeon. We can't just abandon it, even if it's of no use to us. But what if it could be repaired? Let's keep going. Yaniel. Sword achieved. So throughout the game, there are various items called relics. And you can perform a series of upgrades to make them pretty fucking legit. And obviously Radiant's one of the swords. Or the sword that we just picked up. It's like the introduction to that mechanic. Which is good stuff. Ritual bowl filled with fresh blood. I love a vampiric facial. Indeed.
Well,
Indeed you do. Oh, Camellia. Why don't we just go along and disarm that little
I
trap?
am helpful, am I not?
You're great. My favorite.
No, they
Little
won't
Dretch
against our resolve.
encountered an enemy who has damage reduction. Whack! Well, be that as it may, nothing can withstand the whack. Alright. Let's collect these. Judging by the corpses littered around the summoning site, the cultists did manage to summon a demon in the end. That's always fun. I need to get more of my handy dandy little scrolls of inflict wounds on my belt. Equip. Alright. Come on, gang. I'm sure that nothing bad's at the end of these stairs.
Praise Iomade.
Oof. Oof. Roblox, oof.
Here you are, huddled together like a herd of animals. Pitiful monsters, not human or demon. Even tieflings are less defective than you. But I, your master Savamelek, can make you better, stronger. I can satisfy your hunger. Starvelings of the dark, submit to me. No, we are the descendants of Crusaders. Trusting a demon would be a betrayer of their memory. Oscilla.
Whack. Well, who's the next descendant of Crusaders who values old legends more than their life?
Beasts, monsters in human guise, reveal your true nature. This is the sweet, wholesome flesh of a righteous Aasimar. Eat, underground Crusaders. Eat the flesh of the Crusader from above. Find your true strength.
Hey, dude. They're hulking out. To be fair, if you could, you rush at the demon, but the air seems to grow thicker with every step. You feel like you're watching from underwater as you see mongrels fall to their knees one after another and crawl to the Aasimar's body. You hear their fangs tearing through the flesh, the sloshing of blood. You hear the former mongrels snarl like animals, fighting over the most tender and juicy bits of meat. Some lines from Urgathoa's sacred text float into your mind as if of their own volition. You make a great marinade for Aasimar flesh using honey and pomegranate juice. To make the meat even more tender, roll it in breadcrumbs before frying. Your companions writhe in agony. One clutches at their head, another doubles over. You feel saliva pool in your mouth. The metallic tang awakens hunger in you. The hunger turns to rage. This winged filth dares to try and bind you to its will. It dares to tempt you with the sweet scent of meat untainted by corruption. The wretch must die. And still the clarity remains within you. Somewhere deep down, beneath the veil of rage and anger, you sense the light trying to break through. Let's succumb to the rage. You permit the rage to possess you. Malevolent joy spreads through you. Freedom. Freedom to kill anyone who stands in your way. The demon, the cultist, and their pathetic mongrel fighters are no match for you. You feel the crimson fog of hatred cloud your vision. Your simmering blood no longer wishes to languish in your veins. It wants to be free. It bursts forth from your chest wound in powerful pulses, its heady scent dispelling the last threads of sanity. Back, maggots. Get fucked.
There's more to you than meets the eye. You have our power within you. Slaves, destroy this vermin.
Bye!
He's already wounded. Winduag, kill. I no longer serve you, bitch. Not you or your flying monkey. I always fight with the strongest side.
Oh, it's Lan. My god. What did I miss? A dramatic showdown?
Oh, it's you. Perfect.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Well, let's take this bitch out. How's it going, Hasilla? Having a good time?
Almighty Savimelech, your faithful servant evokes you now. Demons, protect your mistress.
Let me draw the
Demons
first
always
blood.
make the worst gods.
No
Well,
match for me.
that was fucking... You know what, Winduog? I respect it. Point blank.
They didn't have a choice. They were forced to do it.
Keep telling yourself that, Lan. There's always a choice. They could have chosen to die, but now
Ma'am.
they're going to live and become stronger. I know that from personal experience.
I've really been giving her a smoker's cough edge to her voice, haven't I?
Shut up! You're not just a traitor, you're a monster! The young ones, they believed your stories, and you lured them to a demon and watched them eat human flesh!
I mean,
I was trying to make them strong. What have you done for them?
See,
What were you doing while I was looking for ways to bring strength to our tribe?
good point.
You're useless, Lan.
Yeah, Lan.
I led by example! I trained. I tried to become stronger so I could go to the surface and maybe do something worthwhile with my stupidly short life. And I will do it. I might be the one to bring our whole tribe to the surface. But you? Why would you want any power that turns you into a monster? These young guys and girls, they trusted you. And they were turned into mindless animals, ready to eat corpses at a demon's command.
I went through the same ritual as them, and I didn't become an animal. I conquered my anger. The anger that has been building and building in every one of us for decades. Unlike you, I have no intention of just lying down and politely accepting death. I will rise above all this, while you'll still be stuck with your pride, chewing on rats.
That's, I mean,
Who do you want at your side? The person who betrayed the demons to follow you? The person who will do everything you say and bring glory to your name? Or this trash?
yeah, Lan. Trash. Let's inspect the wound on our chest. It's gone. That's good.
It's gone. It was just there and now it's gone.
Normal.
It's gotta be some kind of demonic trickery. You need to have a cleric look at that.
Ah,
As if you know anything about demons and their powers. Some dark force cast its gaze on him and chose him from among all others. There's magic inside this uplander that is beyond your meager understanding.
Roasted.
All you have to say is go see a cleric. You're pathetic, Lan.
yeah, Lan. Lan, how did you find the way here?
I just kept going until I found it. You can find a way into anywhere if you try hard enough.
See,
And
I feel like
besides,
that's not true.
I also remembered some of this traitor's stories. At least some of them were true. But that doesn't matter now. We need to tell Sol everything, and then we need to get out of here.
We? You think you're the one going to the surface with them? Isn't that sweet?
So, you've been serving Savimelech this whole time, Winduog.
Better just serve a strong master than to eke out an existence in a dark hole with no hope. I am of the Neithers. Our lives are short, but we are hardier than humans. I realized a long time ago that I was capable of more than this life offered, and I follow whomever is the strongest. You. You scared Savimelech. Hosilla has fallen. Now, I wish to serve you.
I thought you were proud of your heritage, but you're willing to crawl on your belly before anyone who's even a little stronger than you. You say you didn't become an animal? What a joke! Only animals pledge their allegiance to whoever has the sharpest teeth. Oh, but what am I saying? Even cave spiders are loyal to their mother. You're even lower than that.
Wow, lad. Come on, bud.
Oh, so now you think you know everything about me. You're one of the best hunters in the tribe. It benefited me to ingratiate myself with you. So I acted in a way that pleased you. And the Uplander will get the windwag that he wants to see. I'm willing to do
Don't like that.
anything to get out of this hole. And you're willing to do anything too. Don't try
Phrasing?
to hide it.
I feel like
know
that's a
you
phrasing
well.
moment.
I've had time to study you.
The emphasis on the whole part.
I'm
is a
going to the
little weird.
surface only because my time has come to leave. The Uplanders are in danger. They need all the help they can get. But I'm only risking my own life. See the difference? I'll do whatever the Crusade asks of me, but I'll never be like you.
Why didn't you try to stop us from going into the maze? You knew we might uncover your secret.
Savamelek is always in need of new servants. You'd make as good a servant as anyone else, and then... once you've gone missing in the maze, not even the redoubtable Lan would have dared look for you.
But then why did you come with me to look for the sword?
So I could kill you quietly if you found it and stop you taking it to the village, you idiot.
Oh, what sword?
I would have told everyone that you got caught in a cave-in.
Aw.
But then the Uplanders showed up and I had to change my plans. I don't regret what I did. I met you. Just say the word and all the Neathers will be yours. I'll bring them to you if you take me with you.
What exactly are you proposing to do with the mongrels?
What you saw here. They will become stronger. They will be an army unlike anything ever seen before on Golarion. Our lives may be short, but while we live, we are faster, deadlier, and harder to kill than most. I am offering you an army. An army that will win you land, power, and everything you desire.
Well, how can I refuse that?
An army of cannibals?
Oh,
Are you
come on,
insane?
Lan.
You want
Make
to
it
turn
sound
them
so
from
bad.
rational beings into rabid beasts that only want to kill. They will be slaves, and you will be their slave driver. Is that the kind of power you're so desperate to gain?
I went
Yes.
through the same process they did. The beast raged inside me. My mind was foggy, but I have an iron will, and I never back down.
Respect.
I snatched victory from the jaws of insanity.
Sounds like a
If there
fucking
are
DJ
any
Calipers.
individuals worthy of becoming my officers among those Neathers, they will be able to do the same.
Very good. Right. You said you went through the same ritual? Does that mean you ate human flesh as well?
Yes.
Nice.
Priscilla found me in the caves. I was lost and hungry, and she offered me a choice. Die as a nobody, or live and gain the power to change everything. Savamelek tore off a piece of an Azimar priestess's thigh. A big, juicy piece. More meat than I'd ever received in the tribe. That was the first time I knew what it was like to be happy. To have a full belly. I swore to myself that it would always be that way.
Got the full Asimar KFC bucket. The full 6-piece with mashed potatoes and gravy. Very nice.
Then the madness and rage took over. I came very close to turning into an animal. No better than the weaklings you saw in the maze. But I am strong. I mastered myself. I brought myself under control. I fell so that I could rise again.
Wow. Cannibal redemption story. I feel like those are underrepresented in the media.
You should have chosen death. Dying's better than living like that.
Hey, it's a Lich playthrough, so I'm not saying it's not an option.
You're saying I should have died that day, Lamb. But then who would have listened to your feeble jokes? Who would have showed you the best caves for hunting? Who would have made you a man?
No, I feel like the emasculation is going too far. I mean, sure, we're evil, but we don't support toxic masculinity.
I would have been fine without all that. And without you. Your death will make the world a slightly better place, Wenduog.
Look, isn't our land
Wrecked.
sweet? Look how his eyes blaze as he speaks of murder. And we were so close, too. Tell me, what do you think he'll do to you if you fail to live up to his precious ideals?
I feel like both of you guys are really not representing yourselves in the best light. Alright, what did your service to Zilla entail?
It was simple. I
Ah,
lured
yes.
those I deemed worthy into the maze. To the rest, I told stories of the horrors of the maze, making them stay away.
As you do.
It all hung in the balance when the cave walls shuttered, and many of the young ones decided that the time of their great exodus had come.
I mean,
I had no doubt that Hosilla would dispatch a dozen young Neathers easily. But what would become of the maze if all the tribes poured in?
you know what they say. The younger the mongrel is, the more tender their flesh.
So when Lan ran off looking for the Angel's sword, I went after him. Not to help him, but to make sure that the sword never reached Neathholm. It's a pity that you got involved and stopped me from killing him.
Aw,
But then again,
sorry.
the evening gong has not yet been struck.
You sicken me.
Alright, I've heard enough.
Then you know which one of us you need. Take me with you, and I will give you an army of Neathers.
Don't fall for her empty words. Wenduog despises everyone but herself. As soon as you show any weakness, she'll betray you, just like she betrayed us.
That is the reasoning of a weak person. A strong person does not fear, they act.
Well, why do you want to come with me, Lan?
Up there on the surface, the Crusades are still going on, right? Since I'm a mongrel, that means I've got Crusader blood in my veins. You could say it's my destiny, even.
Definitely.
Anyway, I'm ready to do my duty. And all of you Crusaders get rations, right? With vegetables? Well, I'll be killing demons and be well fed for doing it? That's not life. That's a dream come true. I'm sorry you trusted
Feel like
Wenduog
that's,
instead of me, and that you didn't show the
Pretty
light of
simple
heaven to some.
motivation.
But she can be very persuasive.
Sure, dude.
She
Give me
honed
some
her skills
Vegemite.
on all of us
Let
in
me
the
kill some
tribe.
demons. I'm all about it.
I'm asking you, believe me when I say that I won't let you down.
Uh-huh.
I have nothing to lose down here apart from my chief's distrust and my friendship with the giant roaches. I'll do whatever the crusade needs.
Are you really that desperate to go to the surface, Lan? Why
Who
didn't
doesn't
you run away
want someone
before?
whose best friend
You
is a
know
giant
why.
cockroach?
The Uplanders will never accept us. Don't pretend you're going for food rations.
Ah, Wenduog.
Then why?
I like that.
For death, for glory. If it's death you seek, you're sure
Wenduog and
to
I are
find
on the
it.
same page.
Maybe I'll be able to find something on the surface that you can't get down here. Like a way to help the mongrels. A way to stop our tribes from having to follow scum like you.
Alright, so why do you want to help me, Wenduog?
You think I'm just a freak from the catacombs.
I mean, are
But
you a
Neathers
freak?
are faster, stronger, and tougher than you
Like a
Uplanders.
freak?
Take me with you.
Look at all those
and
legs.
I'll build you an army of Neathers. I'll lure them out of this hole. We'll round them all up, every last tribe, and perform the ritual. And then you will be a power to be reckoned with on the surface.
Sure.
Many of the Neithers will be no better than the mindless beasts we encountered in the dungeons.
Great.
There will also be those who can overcome the fog and be like me. I will lead them into battle, and you will command us all.
Wow. What a utopian vision for society.
You trusted me from the beginning and hid the angel's light from that idiot Saul.
Poor Sean Connery.
Keep listening to me, and a glorious future awaits us.
I don't like the position she's putting herself in the power dynamic, but I do dig all the legs.
The power you demonstrated. It was incredible. It swept Hosilla aside and sent Sabamelech running. I will follow you wherever you go.
Fantastic. Alright. I think the questions are
You
the
can
ones
ask
that we already...
me anything you want. Then
All
you know
right.
which one of us you need. Take me with you, and I will give you an
I hope we're not taking this girl with us. She'll sell us to the first demon she sees.
I mean, Sela, I feel like that's, I feel like you're judging her a little harshly just because she sold a bunch of people to a demon and ate an Aasimar.
If we're befriending monsters in order to fight the demons, why not join forces with the strongest of them? Isn't that the rational choice? They're both equally hideous. Neither of them will improve the aesthetics of our little band.
Wow. Fantastic. Like, Camille's got a great take on it. I'm not going to take either of you. That's the best. That's a good option. Alright. Come with me, Windwalk.
You're making a mistake. If some priest ever winds up down here, I'll ask him to pray for your soul. But I doubt it'll help you.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, bud.
Lan knows too much. He must die.
You're right. I know everything. And I also know where I'm not wanted, so I think I'll just go and have a chat with some.
Leave while I'm still in a good mood, Lan.
Yeah, if this is you in a good mood, then maybe I'm lucky we're parting ways now.
Hey, man. I'm an evil, shitty Dampier, alright?
He got away. Don't worry, Lan. I'll get you. Wait here, Master. I will bring Sol and the other Uplanders. We'll make sure that everyone knows that Lan failed to save anyone and fled like a coward.
Well, sure. Sure. Why not? There they are. Our buddies. Our friends, our pals. Ah, Sean Connery. Watch this. What a genius. Love our boy. Well, I'll be damned. Turns out old Holren isn't as crazy as we all thought. There really were demons down here. I should have listened and sent a patrol down here, damn it. Wait. You said you were in charge of reconnaissance for the Eagle Watch, Nivian. How could you miss a nest of demons beneath Canopus? Yeah, right. Like it wasn't enough, I sniffed after every damn shadow in the city. Everyone knows the stories about the demons living beneath the streets of Canopus. Those tales are as old as the Crusades themselves. I messed up, but you fixed my mistakes, so thanks. Nivea, how's the leg? Better than yesterday? Worse than the day before. I'm not gonna die. Well, the maze was full of dangers. We dealt with them.
I sensed the maze was an evil place, and so it was. There was a demon sitting right in the center of it, with spells to dull our minds. We barely managed to overpower him. When we reached the cultist's lair, that's when we saw Lan. He ran like the coward he is, abandoning the young ones mauled by the demon. Yes, Lan is too hasty.
Ah, Sean Connery.
Will we survive if we listen to people like him? No, Lan is not one of us. He does not understand our path. You understand, Windwalk. You saved us.
Yes. Always thought you were a decent sort. Respect. You need to look after the young mongrels.
they're out for the count, but when they wake up, Chief, you'll see that these experiments have made them stronger. Some have lost their minds, but that doesn't matter. What matters is they survived. They're warriors now.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they can hunt, the rest can wait. Pathfinder and you, Windwall, you save them. That's what matters. We will help them from here. But if they want to go to the surface, I don't know if there's anything we can do to stop them. Shaken, not stirred.
It's time to get out of here. Let's fucking book it. Where's the way out? Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Alright. Well, I'm sure that our paladin of Iomade is going to approve of all the choices that we just made. I don't like the whole master says it, so it must be so dynamic that we've got happening with a Windwog right now. That is not what I wanted. But let's sell some shit. Deal. And some armor as well, since we don't need any of that. Deal. Okay. Let's get it. Let's get it going.
While the survivors wander the dungeons, the battle on the surface rages on. The warriors of Canabris are trying to defend the Wardstone, but their strength is flagging. Their resistance is valiant, yet it will all be in vain if no one rises up to turn the tide.
Well, me and my band of intrepid heroes certainly have our morals straight. So, ask and ye shall receive. Oh. Orgus and Anivia just running out of the area with all the battling. Ioma Chad. Ioma Chad coming in hot. Way to go, Ira Beth. Hell yeah. Chad Orc. Chork. The half-orc before you, wearing armor adorned with Iomade's golden swords, is clearly exhausted. She obviously hasn't gotten much sleep over the last few days. There's soot on her face, fresh blood on her sword. Her hazel eyes are hard and focused. Her firm voice sounds accustomed to giving orders. She sizes you up, surprised, judging whether you're friend or foe, and opens her mouth to ask you something but freezes when she spots Anivia. Man, their relationship is too cute to do an evil playthrough. Maybe I'll abandon Lich. Look at that.
By the goddess, Nevi, I'd almost lost all hope.
Everything's fine, Beth. I'm
They can
here.
still have cute hugs
I'm
when
here.
they're zombie people.
This here's a new friend. He
Yep.
rounded up those of us who survived the fall and led us up to the surface.
Yep.
Without him, we'd never have made it out.
Absolutely correct. When do I played no part?
Let me introduce you to my wife, Arabeth Tirabade, head of the Eagle Watch.
Until the army arrives, I'm the temporary warden of Canabris.
Very cool.
And you're just in time. As you can see, we're in the middle of a battle. And thank you for getting Anivia out of there.
Where are we?
The Grey Garrison. Until recently, it served as barracks for the Crusaders, but it's now been taken over by cultists.
What is the target of this battle?
When the demons attacked the city, their main target was the Wardstone. I trust
fantastic.
I don't have to explain to you what the Wardstone is and how
Yep.
important it is
Nope.
to the Crusaders. We
Chain of
must
powerful
retake it at any
artifacts.
cost, or the fall of Canabris will be the beginning of the end of the Crusades, and with them, the rest of the world.
Given to the city by Iomade.
I see that you had a difficult journey to the surface. You need to rest. But there's a lot riding on this battle. I have no right to command you, but I'm asking you to help us.
I have important information about the location of a cultist den.
Very good. Report to me in full when we get back to the Defender's Heart. It's our temporary headquarters. Right now, the most dangerous cultists are here. The ones occupying the Grey Garrison.
We met some mongrels who live beneath Canabres. This is Winduog.
Most people in Canabras think that the children of the First Crusaders are simply a legend. Other people say that the day you emerge on the surface heralds the start of the end of the world.
I feel
I'm
like
not superstitious, but the situation is
Winduog has to be one of the roughest mongrels out of the ones I saw down there to introduce to people. Remember the stories about people who are supposed to eat babies? They're not true.
You're in luck.
Here, look at this friendly spider person I bought who's really nice and obviously a great person. Right, so what's the situation in the city? Also, Winduog, stop calling me master, it's making me feel weird.
The city's gone. Most of the defenders, including the Dragon Terendelev, fell in the first few hours. The civilians either fled or died in the chaos. The place is overrun with cultists and demons.
Died, you say? Where Hamst may that have happened?
Don't talk like that. Canabres hasn't fallen.
It would be
Not
a shame
while it
if
still
someone
has
were to
defenders like you
undeath
and me.
him.
Sweet words don't change the grim truth.
No, she's right. Thank you, Knight. Until we no longer have the strength to hold a weapon, until Iomedae abandons us, we will fight for Canabras.
Right, tell me about the Wardstone. Why is it so important?
The Ward Stones are a gift of Iomedae.
Very nice.
Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the Celestial armies.
Very cool.
The Ward Stones keep the world wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside. The Canabras obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the abyss.
And how did the Wardstone end up in the Grey Garrison?
The demons have long laid siege to Canabras, but this time, their lord Dascari appeared in the flesh. He ripped the Wardstone from the ground
I
and hurled
remember.
it halfway across the city to here.
Yeah, I was there.
I thought the stone was destroyed, but it seems all is not lost yet. Dascari has gone, but the Wardstone is surrounded by a horde of those creatures. What are they going to do to it? Nothing good, that's for certain.
But how did he do that? He's a demon. The Wardstone should have burned his filthy hide.
It should
Now,
have.
now.
But what happened, happened. We don't
feel
know
like-
why.
Seal is really demon washing Dascari right now. Right, let's not waste any time. To battle.
That's the spirit. You, take a Navia to the rear. The rest of you with me.
Protect my wife. Oh, Horgus.
Lord Horgus Worm, forgive me. I did not realize we had civilians among us. My people will
mean,
escort you somewhere safe.
He's
To
a
the
member of
extent
the
that anyone in
aristocracy,
Canabras
right?
can be said to be
He's
safe
not really
now.
a civilian. I think the laws of war don't apply once you reach a certain income level. You know? You can't commit war crimes against the rich. That's my philosophy. Alright. Look at that. Wow. It's people. Well, whack that guy. Divine favors. Yes, Dascari people, heal me.
The world in crimson!
Camellia has landed a critical hit. Wow. Amazing. Camellia. Great, you're doing a great job. Okay. Shall we
I am
unlock
helpful,
this?
am I not?
We shall. Shall we get a bunch of useless shit? Why not? I think there's actually some demon blood in there, which is like what you need to upgrade relics, so maybe it's not that useless, but Ah, yes. This Chad. Hey, I know you. So you're one of these cultists? Wow. What an inspiration.
How's it go, pal? Want to join? Your lot will all be dead soon, but we'll be alive. Wow.
What an argument. What an argument. I can't. Come on, leave these losers. Ah, peak dialogue writing. Hey, have you considered killing everyone you know and love and worshipping Baphomet? Baphomet? No? Well, you should. Ah, shit, you're right. Hail Baphomet. Great. What a genius. I love that guy. Whack. Dude is my top 5% of Pathfinder characters of all time. I'm a big fan of anyone who's like, have you thought about making the worst decision? No. Well, do you want to? I mean, fuck it, dude, sure. It's Saturday. I don't have anything else to do. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, my guy. Killing it out here, my dude. Literally. Alright.
A bright future awaits us.
Well, we're pretty hurt and fucked up, but it's fine. Oh my god. Masterwork Scythe. It begins. It begins. This is where we unlock our true Chad status. I need more. Cure Wounds scrolls. Hail Baphomet. Is it Baphomet or is it Baphomet? Where do you put the emphasis? Is it a tomato thing? Can you say it either way? Type it phonetically in the chat with me while I level up. Level 4 Hagbound. Yes. Love that Hagbound. Checkpoint 2. Actually, I'm gonna checkpoint to charisma. Alright. Baphomet. Wow. So it was not any of the ways I've been saying it. That's sick. I like that. I feel smart. Baphomet. I was saying it Baphomet. We'll pick up See Invisibility, and we'll pick up no. We'll pick up Faster, just because I hate anything that regenerates with a passion. Paladin shit. Start pumping up Seela's Constitution. I feel like Seela's not gonna be hanging around for long this playthrough, so you're saying it's Baphomet. Premium beef. Baphomet. Maybe we'll give Camellia the healing hex, because I don't want to bring... Well, I should have... I'll respec her later, actually. Maybe Darren will be our main man for this. For healing. I can't force Ember to experience this playthrough. Weapon focus. I'll have her focus on longbows. Sure, why not? bees in a hat. See, I can understand that. To battle. I thought we'd been battling. Oh. I skipped the cutscene, but the cutscene still played. Some chests are locked, some are trapped, some are not even chests at all. Wow. The more you know.
What's this? Do we have guests? Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, and I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... Oh!
Yes.
What an unexpected surprise!
Why do I feel like it was not that
Staunton,
unexpected?
My little sweetheart. Long time no see.
Ah, yes.
I've missed you so much. Have you missed me? Admit it. You missed me terribly.
Mirago. You again, you wench!
I like how they gave Staunton a voice that just sounds like an American actor trying their best to do an American Scottish accent. You know? Like, it's not a Scottish accent, but it's a Scottish accent.
Minago, the one who...
Too well bred.
She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabris. She must be back to finish what she started.
I feels weird referring to her as too well bred. Irabeth was part of an orcish eugenics program. Hey, demon woman, what's wrong with your face?
Oh, how rude.
Your
I
waifu.
want to talk mortal with a face that even a mother would loathe. Staunton, sweetie.
Hey.
You're not going to let your friends speak to me like that, are
I'm
you?
not completely mortal. I'm suspended in a terrifying state of undeath.
That wench? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life has gone to the abyss. She's the reason why Dresden fell.
Oh my, like butter wouldn't melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts.
Staunton,
how you begged
kinky.
to see me again. How you promised you'd do anything I
wonder
asked.
if it was the lack of eyes that
By
did
your
it for
own
him.
free will, you said this. And now you claim that Dresden fell because of me. No, my dear. That was entirely your own doing.
Imagine Staunton trying to seduce Eyeless Minago.
Your eyes, they're like non-existent pools of nothingness. Ah.
Beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
Amazing.
Now, Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me anymore? Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
Staunton has a blindfold kink, and he saw Minago, and it was just like best of both worlds instantly.
Oh my god, I don't even need to think of how much money I'll save.
Oh, Staunton. Well, am I just gonna die? Maybe I'll just die. Shrugs. Maybe I'll just die. Maybe we should cast Mage Armor on ourselves. There we go. Some people like less eyes. It's never what you want to hear on a first date. What are your interests? Fewer eyes. So I'll just leave you with the tip. hurt ourselves a little bit. I think I chose the, I forget, the Jangrushi? Fucking Dampier lineage. Demon Lord who attacked Canabras, symbol drawn in human blood, that's great. But it basically just says, Dampiers of this heritage, have a bad time because their organs are constantly putrefying inside their bodies, so they can't reproduce. And that sounds fucking rough. Your vision seems to darken. Your knees buckle. Struggle to keep your balance. The air is laden with power coming from the stone. Suddenly your head is filled with voices, screaming, whispering, cackling, threatening, voices pleading for help, shrieking curses and taunts. You blink, and the illusion passes.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
You made it all the way here. This is it. Your precious ward stone. What are you planning to do now,
I don't even know that ward stone. It's not what it looks like, I swear.
Nice if you could die in battle like heroes. No. I want you to die in despair, scrabbling around like rats in the blighted ruins of your city, blind and broken.
That's not nice.
Scabbed and seeping, and every moment knowing precisely what was done to you.
Very cool.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be tamed.
See? Just more proof
Your precious
of the value of undead.
weakened from the
If it doesn't have a soul in the body,
by Discari,
demon fighting army. I'm telling you. They'll come around eventually.
barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little more, and boom. Every city with one of these eyesores stuck.
How do you know it's an eyesore, Minago?
Canabras to Nerosian will turn into
Got him.
smoking craters.
Think about
and
that.
all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hooves. So you have a choice. Especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof. Pledge your loyalty to Baphomet. And when the world
It's Baphomet.
falls, its ruins shall be
You're so wrong.
yours.
Baphomet. 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 Bees in a hat. Do you think it's hilarious after she's been monologuing this whole time? Who are you?
You've already forgotten me.
Yep.
You mortals have awfully short memories.
Sorry, my brain was rotting inside my head the whole time you were talking, so...
Don't you want to introduce me to your friends properly?
Yeah, Staunton.
No?
When we were in the elevator, you just didn't say anything.
I am Minago, Lily-2 and faithful servant of Baphomet.
Lily-2.
And leader of his armies.
Subversive and hidden horrors. Demons who work subtly in their constant quest to destroy and devastate.
Things just how I like them.
Cool.
But once I'm finished, I promise you, the results will be simply to die for.
And it was such a charming little place until you sullied it with your presence.
See?
It had such lovely
That's what I'm
boulevards,
saying.
quiet and shaded. You took those away from me, and I shan't forgive you for that.
Maybe she just constantly lives in, like, infrared vision land. You know, if you close your eyes and look at the sun, you just sort of see red.
They've done much worse things than spoil the promenades.
Disagree.
All the people they've killed.
You mean all the corpses that we get to repurpose for our glorious crusade?
Yes, of course, you're right. I grieve for the common folk as well.
See, Camellia and I get it. Alright, don't show me this tutorial. Alright, so what are you doing to the stone?
Well, quite what am I doing to it? Probably
See,
the same thing I did to many of your comrades.
I don't know. Are you?
Sweetly and tenderly persuading it to abandon the mortals and join our side.
Oh my god. She's fucking the ward stone.
Don't let that happen.
Wow. Ira Beth is such a prude. Sudden rush of anger. Yeah, no kidding. You know what? Let's succumb to our rage a little bit. Do I want to become famous? I'm already famous in my heart, where it matters. Are we gonna succumb to the rage? You know, we'll just shut your filthy mouth, scum. Okay. That was not consent. I didn't consent to being drawn into. I didn't consent to being drawn into this fucking. Yeah, I never agreed to be drawn into this whole weird thing. All right. I was just chilling underground, having a great day. And now I gotta stop you from fucking stone. Alright, this is a bad day for me. Good day once I find some corpses to raise, but bad day otherwise. Alright, we will stop you, demon. Attack. Look at us. Alright, let's go get fucking murked by Minago. Yeah, man. She's just out here really being very aggressive with her keeks. There we go. Look at that.
I'm tired of playing around now. You want to know what will happen when I'm done with the Wardstone?
You'll clean it off?
A little demonstration.
Is it dishwasher safe? You covered it in discharge. You will pay for this, demon scum. You will pay dearly.
I will dig out holes where your eyes should be and pour hot coals in them.
Yeah, Winduog, get 'em.
How inventive.
Camellia, Winduog, and I. Man, 3 musketeers. Man, why is everything this lady's kink? Oh my god, you don't need to say it like that. Your vision goes dark, finally. Well, that was quite the little time.
You woke up. Healing your wounds was easy, but you were unconscious for so long, I was starting to worry we'd lost you.
I always do wonder about that, because if you're a Dampier, they have to basically hurt you to heal you. You're just there casting inflict wounds on me for like 3 hours. What happened?
We couldn't stand up to the demoness. Her spells were too strong. It's all right. We'll handle it somehow. You blacked out. But Staunton and I managed to get you here to the Defender's Heart. It used to be a tavern, but now
Chad
it's our
Orc.
headquarters. We're gathering our forces here, and we're preparing to strike back.
Well, great. I found a cultist dispatch in the dungeons. It seems the holdup in the Tower of Astron.
Demons have been filling Canabras with their spies and infiltrators for a long time. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people to attack the place right now. At least not blindly.
Very sad.
I'd be grateful if you snuck in there and scouted out the situation. But just scouting. Don't be a hero.
Don't worry, I'm not. What is the situation in the city?
Bad, but not hopeless.
Oh.
We're constantly getting news, and new sources of resistance keep springing up in the districts where everyone seemed to be dead. The survivors are gathering here.
But what about the dead people? Where are they?
Their eyes burning with determination. The city is destroyed, but our resistance is not broken. We will keep fighting.
What do you plan to do next?
You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the Wardstone and blow up the whole barrier around the World Wound.
Yeah,
That would be an even worse disaster than the World Wound's expansion before the Second Crusade.
The holy dildos must be saved.
Every city with a Wardstone will be destroyed, including the capital.
No, no.
We can't allow that no matter what.
Not
We
the
will
capital.
retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomede's gift must not become a weapon of the Abyss.
Alright. Tell me about the Wardstone. Why is it so important?
The Ward Stones are a gift of Iomede. Created personally by her herald, a mighty angel, and a general of the celestial armies. The Ward Stones keep the world wound from expanding. They stand along the border of the territory controlled by the demons, creating a barrier to keep them inside.
Nice.
The Canabras obelisk was the first to be placed. It is the key to the whole barrier. We cannot leave it in the hands of those monsters from the Abyss.
Like the chastity belt of the world. Can I help you in any way?
First of all, we need to decide what to do with the stone once we get it. What I'm about to say is classified. A traveler came to the city recently. A blind elf calling himself the Storyteller. He insisted he be allowed to examine the Ward Stone, and he raised the alarm when his study was finished. Even before the demon attack, he had found some damage or flaw in the stone. Prelate Hulrune dismissed his words as nonsense, borderline
It's not
blasphemy.
dishwasher safe
But between you
after
and
all.
me, the prelate's
They've been
opinion isn't
lying
worth
to
much.
us.
I think the Storyteller knew what he was talking about. We could use his advice right now. If only we knew where he was.
If only.
I remember the Storyteller spent a lot of time talking to Staunton, a dwarf from my unit. You saw him during the demon attack. The elf asked him about the history of the Crusades. Maybe the Storyteller
Blindfold
told Staunton something about where we could find him if anything happened.
Good old blindfold King Staunton.
There's another problem. After the attack, the demons began to gather their forces at the Grey Garrison. It'll be even harder to take them with a head-on assault. But I once heard soldiers talking about a secret entrance to the garrison. Trouble is, I have no idea where to look for it. While you explore the city, please keep your eyes open, in case you find something we can use.
Yeah, man. That's why I submerge my toys in a hot bath of lead before I put them in the washing machine.
And one last thing. The Eagle Watch has lost a lot of soldiers recently. Some were killed, but others simply haven't been seen since the attack.
They'll be
In the
back.
chaos that is now Canabras,
No worries.
it's next to impossible to confirm anything for sure. One of the missing fighters is Janna Aldori, a new recruit in the Watch. She got along well with Sela, and she often went drinking with her. I honestly thought Sela and Janna had died together.
Damn.
Now Sela's returned with you, and there's no sign of Janna. If you learn anything of her whereabouts when you're out in the city, please report back.
Alright, everything is clear.
May the goddess help you.
Thank you.
We're still fighting, which means that Canabras
Yes.
still hasn't fallen.
I don't
If you
worship
come across any
Urgathoa.
groups in the
I
city
love
that can fight,
Iomade.
Send them here to the Defender's Heart. We'll need every fighter we can muster for the final assault. Yes, one more thing. If you're in the area, check out this address. It's our house. Mine and Anevia's.
Wow.
Well, it was our house.
Rip.
If the building is still standing, open the hidden compartment in the kitchen. It's filled with supplies for a rainy day. You can take whatever you find. You have more need of it.
Whatever I find? Alright. What do we have in our personal chest? Let's collect our stuff. We've got our glaive. Fantastic. Love glaives. We've got no armor whatsoever. Look at me. Look at how fucking fancy I am with this hat on. Wow. Wow. Absolute Chad. Natural armor +1, Cavalier's gloves, Rat Catcher's goggles, Free Dancer's boots. I'll give myself all the things. You know, I used to think lead wasn't body safe, but I noticed that the more I ingest lead, the safer I think it is. Hey, wait. Mind if I bend your ear about something? So here's the first and most important thing. Beth gave you a crucial mission. I get it. I know you'll get the job done. I saw you in action. But here's the rub. By sending you on an errand, we're weakening our defenses here. If they come at us while you're gone, I don't know if we'll be able to fight them off. Alright, everything seems clear so far. What else do you wish to discuss? So, the rift that damn beetle left with its scythe? Yeah, well, it cut the city into two, and it's kinda difficult to get across. My scouts tell me there's a halfway decent place to set up a crossing in Market Square. Not that any of them tried to make sure, but if you've got a mind to go across, I think you're gonna have to eventually. You might want to give the square a once-over. Alright. Do you want me to stay here and guard the tavern? You what? No. Your task is far too important. You can't just hole up here all cozy-like, waiting for the demons to knock on the door. We need to take the fight to them. But if those freaks try and make a move on this place, Beth will send a runner to get you. If that happens, you leg it back here, alright? Because if you don't, you'll be coming back to an ash pile. Got it? Alright. When do you think the demons will attack next? Your guess is as good as mine. I'd not be here, they could attack the whole damn city. Those vermin know they've lost the upper hand, but we're going to push back hard. If things kick off here, you should know. After they attack, some things could be changed beyond recognition. So if you've got any business that needs taken care of, better do it soon. Alright, thank you for the warning. See you later. Later. Watch yourself out there. Ah, Anivi is such a solid bro. Man. Everyone needs an Anivia in their life. I want to pet the animal. I want to pet the cat and then raise it. It's undead. The medallion you're wearing, that's a holy symbol, isn't it? Are you a cleric of Caden Kylene? Tavern Keeper. Best in the city. Best there's ever been. I pray to the best god there is. Just facts, man. Alright? Gimel. Caden Kylene is the best. We'll verify. Vampire, is it? Pour me a glass of whatever you serve our kind here. Gimel coolly brings out something from under the counter. A flask of cloudy liquid. Here, fresh elf maiden blood. Only for our kind. You know what? This dude, Gimel gets me. Who are you? Gimel Hawks, vampire. And how did you end up in the Crusader city? How did anyone end up here? How did you hit them? The world is big. There still isn't a place for everyone. People who no longer have a life anywhere else, they end up here. Any news in the city? There are demons everywhere, and you showed up. Any places worth visiting? If you mean places normal people usually stay well away from, there are plenty, like the Pataxian wine cellar. Dun dun dun! Dun dun! CSI. Galarian. It once belonged to a Pataxian trading house. Then King Iravetti came to power in Pitax. Property started changing hands. Soon after, the seller's shop assistant was found in a ditch. Not all of them mine, just his head. Numerian gangsters had taken possession of the place. Wanted to sell something stronger than wine on the street, and they ended up on the gallows. The King Iravetti's number was up. So now the store stands, empty and unclaimed. People say that a headless ghost wanders the place at night, moaning ghoulishly. Just don't ask me how he makes any noise with no head. I wasn't there, I just tell it like I heard it. Alright, well, show me what you have. I don't know why the cat's running in circles, but I appreciate it. I like that cat. Potion of Restoration. Did you know if you just chug potions of restoration, you never need to rest? It's true. And it's great. Get some spicy pastry, some holy water. What do we have to sell? Oh my god, I forgot to equip our fucking scythe. Well, that's because we have our glaive equipped. To be fair. Alright. Great. Look at that little dude. Look at that little dude. I don't care about spicy pastries, just look at that guy. He's broken. He's seen the Greebles.
Here, take this. Yes, it's 2,000 coins. Take your payment. Remember that Horgus worm always keeps his word. You helped me get back to the surface, and I duly paid you for escorting me. Now, speaking of our further cooperation, I have a job that would be perfect for someone like you. Naturally, I'll pay you generously.
What do you mean, a job for someone like me?
For an adventurer ready to sell their soul for booze, then lay down drunk in the gutter. Or do you think you're somehow different? A traveling knight, perhaps? Noble of heart, but without a coin to your name?
False. Categorically false. You can't... If you chug potions in my game, I'll make your character be incontinent.
You seem a reliable enough ally to me, and you did get me out of those mongrel caves, so why should I care what you do with my money once you've got it?
Horgus seems like one of those people who think the entire world owes them something. Ah yes, Jeff Bezos. Normal birth doesn't give you the right to behave badly. I would ask that you refrain from such statements in the future.
Really? How impudent. No one dares tell a Horgus worm how to address the rabble.
So, what does this job involve?
You shall be my bodyguard. You see, I have good reason to return to my mansion here in Canabres. I still have... Well, it doesn't matter. It's none of your business. My mansion is a breathtaking building with a large garden in the wealthy part of the city. Even before the demons attacked, every thief and fraudster in the city tried to get inside one way or another. I shudder to imagine the state it's in now. I have little hope that my guards were able to hold the mansion, and I expect the servants fled when they saw the demons. Only Abaddon knows what's happened there since. Therefore, I would ask that you meet me at my mansion and guard me there until I complete my business. I already asked the local paladins for help. They've no desire to set foot outside this tavern. Damn cowards and traitors, that's what they are. Also, please do take Camellia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. She is of noble birth, after all.
What kind of reward are we talking about?
1,000 gold coins.
Double the reward, now think about it.
Deal.
Sorry, chat. Deal.
Marvelous, most excellent. I'll proceed to my mansion at once and wait for you there. Meanwhile, you needn't worry. I know the city like the back of my hand. But do hurry, unless you want me to lower your reward.
Look, the way I see it, we're taking money from the upper class. Alright. I'll redistribute it to my undead citizens. They can make great use of it. Let's talk to Jernog. Young man, well-worn traveling clothes, simple wooden symbol of Arestil on his chest is efficiently cutting linen robes into strips to use as bandages. Are you one of the Crusaders? Thank you for defending those of us whose talents lie off the battlefield. I'm Jernog, servant of Arestil. Pleased to meet you. And what are you doing here? I only took my holy orders recently, so my god has only bestowed little of his power on me as of yet. Sorry to say, the number of wounded fighters in this tavern is far beyond my power to heal. There's a reason people say, have faith in the gods, but look to yourself first. I may not be able to help the wounded with magic, but at least I can cut off the bandages. Hey man, I got him to pay me more. He's paying me 2,000 gold. But yeah, fair enough. I mean, look. We can always just kill Camellia at any time if we want to make him sad that way, so... I mean, we can just kill him. You know? Are you from around here? No, I was just passing through Canabres, sailing down that old man of ours, the Great Selling River, to a village by the name of Chili Creek. I happened to land in the city on the eve of the festival, and I'm ashamed to say I decided to stay for a day to enjoy myself, but I ended up staying longer in the city than I bargained for. Chili Creek? What's that? Small fishing village, not even marked on some maps, but people do live there. What they don't have is a priest. They have no one to heal their wounds, no one to offer prayers for a good catch, no one to give their dead a dignified burial, and the world wound is a stone's throw away, so I'll be setting sail for Chili Creek to serve my God and my people. Once we've held Canabras, I'll be going there. If by the grace of the good gods we'll survive this, you should come and visit me. You'll find the village here on the bank of the river. Aren't you, a young and inexperienced cleric, afraid to go to the border of the world wound? I won't lie, I'm afraid, but what else can I do? These villagers are simple people. Every day of their short lives is spent doing hard, honest work. That's exactly the kind of life I want. Something simple but meaningful. If I had centuries ahead of me like elves do, I might have spared some 50 years or so to travel around the world. Maybe even 100. Why not? I don't have the time to spare, so I want to spend my short life in the place I'm needed most. Even if it's dangerous. Especially if it's dangerous. Alright, well, I could use the help of a cleric. Rastal knows I'd be happy to help you, but it's no use. My spells are depleted, I have no training in potions or scrolls. See this rope I'm cutting up for bandages? It's the second to last one. Right, well I have to go. May Rastal watch over you. Fantastic. Good old Jernog. Let's talk to Camellia. Greetings. Tell me about yourself. You want to know more about me than you already do? Why? I talk to the spirits of this tormented land and they guide me in battle. I'll help you fight the demons, and I swear you can rely on me in this matter. Isn't that sufficient? Where did you learn to wield a rapier so well? I had good teachers. Although they don't get all the credit, I'm a most diligent student. Licks her parched lips. Weird. Your speech tells me you are of noble birth. You're most insightful. Fine quality to have. Ah, well. Forgive me if my questions disturb you. I couldn't resist such a noble and beautiful lady. I will stop bothering you immediately if talking to me upsets you. Not at all. Our conversation is an exquisite delight. Your amulet is quite unusual. Where did you get it? Ah, my little trinket. It's so nice of you to notice, but I assure you, this amulet is nothing but a bauble. Can a lady not be drawn to beautiful, useless things? Anyway, as much as I enjoy our delightful conversations, the spirits are calling me, and I must respond. Please excuse me. Alright, let's see. Let's see, Camellia. The enchantments on this amulet allow the wearer to conceal their alignment. Normal. Just normal things. Just normal things that normal people need to have. I could use one of those. Kiato. I believe help is already on the way. The queen will not leave us to die. Oh, Kiato. You poor dumb man. What can I do for you? Show me the scrolls you're selling. I need inflict wounds. Scrolls. I mean, scrolls of haste are great too. Scrolls of raise dead. Why? Why? Don't mind if I do. Scrolls of Death Ward are also great. But I want the most. Icy Protector, Guardian of Life, Chaos Hammer, Unholy Blight sounds awful. We'll take one of those. And other than that, I don't think there's anything. Just keep. I feel like I scrolled past it. I probably scrolled past it. Animate Death. Like that too. I like that even more than Raised Dead. Resist Acid, Dragon's Breath, Genie Kind, See Invisibility, sure. I do love me a See Invisibility. Curse of Idiocy. Can you use it if you're already cursed with it? Asking for a friend. Alright. Perfectly honest, hiding nothing. Exactly. On the note of Camellia, actually, this dude sells this, but, which is actually really good on us. If you have the Ice Plant Hex, it increases your AC by 2. And we, of course, picked up the Ice Plant Hex. It's normally just really good on Camellia, but it's quite good on us since we went Witch to start out with. Hi, lore! Tall, athletic man. Ooh, sexy. Greetings, I'm Hilo, Venture Captain of the Pathfinder Society. Superior Officer. Great. I have to go. Basically, that guy tells you that he has been tracking a demon called the Spinner of Nightmares for a long-ass time. And was almost very close to killing him, and then failed, and then the demon got his daughter. So, things have been rough for High Lord recently. Let's grab some of that. Let's talk to Foreign Autumn Haze. Tall, fragile-looking elf sits in front of you, eyes closed, pale as a ghost, arm wrapped in blood-stained bandages. You spot other bandages on his body. I am Fawn Autumn Haze, at your service. Do you need help? Do not trouble yourself on my behalf. The local healer tended to me. Besides, I come from a resilient, hardy people. My body will endure both the wounds and the poison delivered through them. And who are you? My name is Fawn Autumn Haze. I've come here from Keonan because I'm a hunter, and all minions of evil are my quarry. I won't say more than that if you don't mind. We are strangers and of different races and cultures. I'd rather not tell you more than what is necessary. And who wounded you? A sinner, an accomplice to demons. The quarry I'm hunting in this inhospitable place. I'm vexed. You can trust me. I might be able to help you. It would be impolite to refuse such a direct and friendly offer. Who's your quarry here? I was hunting a fugitive, a Descarite by the name of Calissa. Pains me to admit there are heinous malefactors such as her among my noble kind. I managed to catch up to her in Knabres, and I wounded her. Then demons appeared and the city was engulfed in flames. I was injured in the battle that ensued, and I couldn't free her soul from its service to her dark masters. I'm sorry for your misfortune. I hope things turn out differently next time. There's no need for pity. Our ancient kind is blessed with great longevity. We gain a deeper understanding of the world than other races. We learn our lessons better than anyone. It goes for learning our mistakes as well. I survived, which means I will be more prepared when next we meet. And I wish to aid you in your hunt. I thank you, but this is my mission, and I'm used to facing all manners of terrors on my own. I do appreciate your willingness to help. If you happen to meet Calissa, take caution. She has turned many innocent souls to the path of evil, and darkness has rewarded her with many gifts. Her appearance alone will tell you that. It is warped. The agate skin, the malicious stare of her blood-red eyes, the bestial teeth. She's more monster than elf at this point. What does this Calissa look like again? Blah 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 blah. I think Calissa might be a drow. A drow? Unlikely. It is more plausible that her dark service has left a brand similar to the one that twisted the entire cursed drow race. A coincidence, I would think. Sure. I'm sure that the crazy the bloodline must stay pure elf is being completely forthcoming and totally truthful. Oh, poor Delvin. Poor Delvin. It's rough just being a Niomade boy, guarding a tiefling. Let's go chat.
Hey, Chief. Hey, Dreamboat, come over here. I want to talk to you about something.
Dreamboat,
something really
me.
important.
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your teeth out.
Yeah, Woljif.
What's it to you, Delvin, dum-dum?
Yeah,
you
Delvin.
were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But no one told me I had to shut my trap.
Alright, and who are you?
Woljif Jefto. I deal in useful
It's a very
things.
Star Wars
I can
name,
get
isn't
you whatever
it?
you want. Anything. But there's just one problem.
I feel like that's the name you give a Star Wars bounty hunter. Woljif Jefto. What do you want from me?
I'll lay it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations, no problem. Armor,
Sure.
weapons, scrolls, you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
What a load of guff. If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky
It's a
day.
steal of a
You
deal.
won't meet another gem like me in Canabras.
For sure. Why are you in chains?
I'll lay it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want. Don't you listen to him. Does it really matter? Don't get hung up on the past, Chief. Don't look to the future.
Fair enough.
Live
Fair
in
use
the here and now.
He was
Advice to
caught
live by.
thieving.
Well, I'm sure there was, I mean. I can't help you while you're chained up here. How can I free you?
That's easy. You know Irabeth? Feisty-looking gal, always wears armor.
Yeah,
You
Chork.
can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put her in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy, Woljif, locked up for no good reason in the Defender's Heart. Well, for the
rough.
follies of his youth. And he really wants to get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. Got
Charity
that?
work.
Will you do
Yes. Alright. I'll talk to Irabeth about your situation.
it? I knew I could count on you. Knew it the moment I laid eyes on you.
You're a shadow. What was that?
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious.
Tiefling herpes. Alright. We'll talk later. It would be impressive if it was, though, wouldn't it? Look at him. Healing up. Good for him. Let's talk with Staunton. So, I won't go through all of this dialogue. Basically, Staunton tells you that this old storyteller guy... I mean, I'm a fan of keep living and fighting with no hope of anything better. But basically, Staunton tells you that the storyteller guy, the elf that Irabeth mentioned, who found a flaw within the ward stone, is over in Blackwing Library, and you should head over there. He also tells you that he's a member of the Condemned, which are basically like a squad of indentured servants who were forced to fight within the armies of the Crusade, and that he was put there because he's responsible for the fall of Dresden, which was a big city that was a nice big stronghold for the Crusaders, and it was shitty, and he fucked up and caused the whole city to fall. Nivea. Any suspicious places I should pay attention to? So, Anivia's from Nidal, which, as we see here, is now beholden to the neighboring infernal realm of Cheliax. Nidal is a real shitty country. Basically, Anivia grew up there. She was briefly conscripted into a temple of Desna, the star goddess, and then ran off to the river kingdoms. However, the local enforcers of Nidal are not big fans of anybody who knows anything about what actually happens in Nidal. And so when Anivia fled, Nidal basically sent some bounty hunters to try and catch her. She was indeed captured by said bounty hunters and then made the decision to give in and allow herself to be sacrificed. Irabeth basically rescued her from the cult that captured her, and that's how she and Irabeth got to know each other. And it's all very cute. Hylor basically tells you that his only goal in life is killing this fucked up spinner of nightmares individual and saving his daughter. We talk to Sela a little bit. Hey there. During that march through the dungeon, we never got the chance to exchange a proper greeting. It's high time I shake your hand. I'd like to know more about you. Of course. Ask anything. I'll answer honestly. Tell me about yourself. Where are you from? I'm a little bit from Geb, a little bit from Katapesh, mostly from the Knights of Iomade. I was accepted and began my training at 14. I belong to their ranks more than I belong to any other place. You've come to Mindo by a long road, haven't you? A very long one. Traveler is expected to have amusing stories. Unfortunately, I only have 3 tales of any interest, and I'd like to save them for our next feast. Otherwise, I won't have anything to show for myself when it's time to start bragging. That just won't do. Especially since I'll win the night with my cautionary tale of the battle against Chupacabras. Isn't your attitude toward life and war too carefree, especially for a paladin? Was that a hint of reproach? If you're only just asking, then no, I don't think so. You have to know when it's time for jokes and when it's time for mourning. Right for moment for joys and for sermons. Sometimes a good traveling story can be all those things, if it entertains and purifies the soul. That story about the Chupacabras is one of the good ones. Picture a small town in Kadira. Down in the dungeon, there's 2 murderers waiting to be executed. The gallows are already built for them. The rope's been bought. Sometimes life takes a surprising turn. Suddenly, a paladin of Iomade appears in the doorway, offers the murderers a deal. If they go with her to fight some monsters, they live, if they survive. There's a big difference between imminent death and probable death with a glimmer of hope, wouldn't you say? So here we are, traveling through the desert. Me and my friend, a priestess of Sarenrae, along with that little ratfolk fellow who'd asked for our help and the 2 cutthroats. We get to the ratfolk village, saw their bodies lying around all drained dry. We figured we'd have to fight vampires. That's how the little ratfolk described the monsters who attacked their village. That's why we went in all brazen-like. Sun was high, the vampires couldn't attack till dusk. Never got the chance to look around. Black shadows, quick as the wind, attacked us from all sides. Not vampires, but chupacabras. One of the lads we pulled from the gallows got killed straight away. The second one ran for his life. That left me, the ratfolk, and Kyra, that was the name of the priestess. We all steeled ourselves for the fight of our lives. When we thought the end had come, with the chupacabras surrounding me like a pack of dogs around a bear, our ratfolk friend wounded and down, and the teeth of the quickest of those blasted monsters clutched on Kyra's shoulder, when all hope was lost. The other lad from the gallows suddenly comes running back. He kills the beast attacking Kyra. I'm sure you know what a turning point in a fight looks like. Well, this was it. A moment before, we were lost. A moment later, we had it back under control. The chupacabras dropped dead, one by one. Little ratfolk is reunited with his family who were hiding in the basement. The priestess and I closed the eyes of that boy from the gallows who saved us. It was a shame he didn't survive the fight. May the gods keep his soul in his journey through the afterlife. Oh, that is a good story. He could have died in disgrace on the gallows, and instead he died a hero. And I'd fancied the stunt earned him some points in his final judgment. Smart to remember our journey doesn't end at death. you know, that is what I always say. You ask her how she became a paladin of Iomade. Basically, she informs you that she grew up in nowhere town and hated her life and was pretty much a street urchin. One day some paladins of Iomade came to see her. She stole one's helmet. That paladin got attacked, got killed because she wasn't wearing her helmet. She took up the helmet and decided to become a paladin of Iomade in repentance for costing that paladin of Iomade their life. What are the principles the paladins of Iomade follow? I'll tell you. I like to recite our code. Feels I've said it 1,000 times, but it never gets old. There's strength in these words. I will learn the weight of my sword. Without my heart to guide it, it is worthless. My strength is not in my sword, but in my heart. If I lose my sword, I have lost a tool. If I betray my heart, I have died. I will have faith in the inheritor. I will channel her strength through my body. I will shine in her legion. I will not tarnish her glory through base actions. I am the first into battle and the last to leave it. I will not be taken prisoner by my free will. I will not surrender those under my command. I will never abandon a companion, though I will honor sacrifice freely given. I will guard the honor of my fellows, both through thought and deed. I will have faith in them. When in doubt, I may force my enemies to surrender, but I am responsible for their lives. I will never refuse a challenge from an equal. I will give honor to worthy enemies and contempt to the rest. I will suffer death before dishonor. I will be temperate in my actions and moderate in my behavior. I will strive to emulate Iomade's perfection. See, Sela and I, we're pretty much, you know, we're the same. The only difference, obviously, is, you know, I'm invested in raising the dead, getting them to serve me. It's free labor. I mean real estate. I mean labor. There's a tiefling chained up in the Defender's Arm. What can you tell me about him? Woljif is a petty thief from a gang of thieflings operating in Canabris. That's what we call them in these parts. He tried to rob a vendor of magical items recently. Unfortunately, we apprehended only one of them. The rest managed to escape. Have him, basically. Alright. Irabeth used to be a big ol' knight of Lastwall. And big ol' servant of Iomade. However, she left Lastwall to become a paladin of Iomade and managed to track down a group of Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth. She thought she was tracking down some other individuals who were spies for Razmaran, but they turned out to be Templars. She's actually from around here. She rescued Anivia, who had been captured by the Templars. That's where Anivia was. And came to party in Canabris, joined the Eagle Watch, and has pretty much helped the Eagle Watch reform. Got rid of all the bad apples in it, tried to clean up the city. Not a huge fan of Prelate Holrun, who we'll meet later, either. I can't imagine the followers of Zon-Kuthon in alliance with demon worshippers. Shouldn't they hate each other? So Zon-Kuthon is a very fucked up god, and is the god that all the people in Nidal, where Anivia is from, worship. So that's why the Templars came after Anivia in conjunction with some Nidalese individuals. Irabeth's a great person. Love Irabeth. So yeah, she's pretty much taken the Eagle Watch from being a fucked up little cultist-ridden squad to being something that is a pretty well-respected little military force. And you know what? Can't hate on that. I mean, we can. I will, but we've got stuff. Alright, let's finish talking to the last two people that we have to talk to, which is Winduog and another individual. Then we will end the stream for today. Let's talk to Winduog. Man, what? Stop calling me master! Alright, I want to know more about you.
You can ask me anything.
I just refuse. What do you think about life on the surface?
Life among the uplanders, you mean? Your customs are strange. I mean theirs, not yours, master.
It's just endless, isn't it?
You are strong and clever, but I look at other uplanders and wonder. Have you seen how proud they are of their weakness? Look, my hands are so soft. I've never done anything with them in my life because noble blood runs through my veins. What does it matter who someone's parents are? I am the daughter of a former chief of the tribe, so what? Is this what they respect and fear me for? Saul became the chief because he was old, experienced, and smart. After him, I may become the chief because I'm strong and even smarter. But these weaklings wouldn't have lasted a day in our caves.
Call her my pet. No one will question it. No, I question it. I will question it constantly. Tell me about your life in the caves.
Life is better than an uplander might think. You're surrounded by rock on all sides. Sturdy, dependable. When you hide in a crack, you know for sure you're safe. Not like here, all this empty space around you. You always have to be on guard, in case an arrow flies from any direction and hits you. Life underground is calmer somehow. Sure, there is less food in the caves, but the amount of food the uplanders have, it's too much. Don't you see, master, how many fat uplanders there are? Why do they eat so much? Like cattle fattened up to make for tastier meat. We only had one fat person in our tribe, and that was Saul, and he was only fat because he was old. But up here, everything just seems fairer in the caves. When there isn't enough food for the weak, they die. The lazy die. The sick, and the head and the body, die. Only the strong and the skilled survive. The blood becomes thicker, tougher.
I love how many people in this game are just real into their eugenics. What happened between you and Lamb?
He's a good hunter, but not too clever. A bit of an idiot, really. He was the strongest in the tribe after me. That's why I kept him close. His heart is soft, unlike his body. But then I met you and I didn't need Lan anymore. Now I only want to hunt with you.
See, I feel like you're coming on a little strong, alright? I can tell you're proud of your strength.
Of course. Let everyone see who is standing before them. The weak must obey the strong if they don't want to be reminded of their place. Even when I was a snot-nosed little cave rat, I could bring neithers twice my age to heal because I fear nothing and no one, pain least of all. I was showered with praise and compliments. The best hunters of the other tribes wanted me, but what did that matter to me? The moment you start listening to flattery is the very moment you get soft and die. No, I always pushed myself farther, challenging myself, taking myself to the very edge. Many times, I almost died, but I always came back stronger. I earned all my strength in the tribe, and if anyone didn't respect that, I just grabbed my knife. That's why I became the best hunter in the tribe.
On the surface, your people are called mongrels, but I take it you don't like that,
Let the uplanders call us what they want. It doesn't matter. I know what they are trying to do. By giving us that stupid nickname, they are asserting their status and superiority over us. But it's normal to try and dominate a stranger you just met. That's expected.
Alright, everything is just her kink.
When my kin conquer the lands on the surface, people will call us by whatever name we choose.
I feel like everything is clear, but I ask why she serves for the sake of posterity.
Because you are winning, and I want to be with the winner. I don't like sharing food and fire with weaklings. I prefer people like you. And also because being close to you is a good way to live life. I love life. I'm young and strong. It makes sense to eat, drink, screw, and kill enemies while you are young. Now but you are 30,000 gongs old and shriveled up like Sol. As long as I'm your servant, I can have fun as I like and order around anyone I want. Who will dare defy me? No one.
You'll have to show more restraint on the surface. Or kill for me, and you will get everything you've been dreaming of.
It's good we understand each other, Master. As we neither say, we hunt in the same cave.
Alright. Let's talk about you serving Asilla.
Of course, Master. Now I only serve you, as someone said something about me.
What did you do for the demons?
I brought my kin to their lair, so they could join the demon army and accept the power given to them. I made my tribe stronger. Later, once we no longer needed the demons, my powerful kin would have fought for me.
Aren't you ashamed of betraying your kin?
I know this soul would have called me a traitor, but for one reason only. He grew old and cowardly. I accepted the same fate as my fellow tribemen. I ate the flesh too, and for many gongs I thrashed with fever, growling like an animal, lunging at anyone and everyone, my body burning from the inside. And I handled it because I was the strongest of them all. Not a single day I have regretted the power I gained, and that's why I'm not ashamed of sharing that power with my tribe.
So, why did you decide to switch allegiance?
I was only serving the demons because they promised me power, but only for as long as they had something to offer me. But Osila can't offer me anything now unless she's dead, and I was never going to risk my life for her. You are a true leader, one worth following.
How can I trust you?
Why would I betray you, Master? You are the strongest. It would be stupid to defect to your enemies and die along with them. No, I am not that dumb.
Please, stop groveling.
I'm not groveling. I'm showing respect for your power. This is exactly how the weak should behave in the presence of the strong.
You promised me an army of mongrels.
And I will give you one, Master. But first, we have to rebuff the attack on the city. Sol has spent his life preparing for the Underground Crusaders' return to the surface, and he's not going to take any risks. He will order the tribes to hide in the caves like rats, and he will decide whether they are strong enough to come and fight side by side with us. Maybe he will decide that it's better to sit this one out and wait for another chance to come along. We'll have to fend off the demons, win a glorious victory, and show Sol that ours is not a lost cause. Then he will give us his warriors, and it will be my job to turn them into real soldiers.
Well, that's it for now.
Thank you for talking to me.
Gazes at you with devotion. Man, Winduog is just... She's really Winduogging it up. Huh. Alright. Let's talk with Indara. Indara, basically, is an individual who knows a lot about the wars of Gistka. It was a war that happened a long time ago, basically in fantasy Egypt. We will explain to her the flaws of her ways, and she will give us a nice little magic sword and then teleport out. Genius. Fantastic. We love it. Let's give our sword to someone. Camellia. You can't use it. Sela can use it. It's probably far better than what Sela has, actually. Well, I know it's not Sela's favorite weapon. Actually, I'll give it to Woljif, I guess. Woljif can probably use it. So let's go grab Woljif, speaking of which. Good old Woljif Jefftail. I'll skip through Woljif's little introductory dialogue stuff right here as well.
Well, Chief, what do you got for me?
I talked to Ira Beth, and I've decided to make you part of my troop. We'll see how it goes.
You must be a smooth talker. Come on, Delvin. Get these bracelets of yours off me. I'm going free.
You're sure to regret this. This tiefling will fleece you for everything you've got. Mark my words.
Only if you're
A
fleeceable.
bitter little man, Delvin.
Yeah,
Petty
Delvin.
and mean.
Yeah,
you
Delvin.
can't even be happy for me, can ya? I pity you.
Yeah,
I'll
Delvin.
leave you alone with your sad little soul.
Yeah,
So
Delvin.
long. And now, Chief, straight down to business. You see, I'm one of those guys that people around here call thieflings. We just call ourselves the family.
Right.
After we knocked over that shop, and
Racial
I got stuck
profiling
here in the
at its
defender's
best.
heart, a little bird told me that big sister Karisme wanted to see me. That she had some questions to ask me. You following? Now, she won't be asking me questions like, Woljif, how'd you manage to get out of this one? Or, Woljif, you're so thin, didn't they feed you? No, something serious has gone down, and I just know they want to try to pin something on me. I can feel it in my tail. So, I knew right away that I couldn't go alone. You turned up just in time, Chief. You don't need to do anything when we get there. Just stand behind me and look mean, and I'll handle the rest. Somehow. Let's go, I'll show you the way.
Fantastic. Looking mean is what I do best. Alright. Have a good time, Devlin. So, Woljif basically tells you that his mom sucked and he's been treated like shit his whole life because he's half demon or has demon blood in his bloodline or whatever. And then he went to live with his grandma and she sucked even more. And he's basically just been running from gang to gang for as long as he can remember because all his parental figures fucking blow. So that's the life of Woljif Jeffto. I'm no killer, he says. Well, we can always change that. Shadow looks strange. Well, not the strangest thing I've seen. Great. Fantastic. All right. And we are done. Here's the big question. Do I recruit Ember? I would feel really bad about it. This guy exists. I feel like it's very easy to miss good old Joran, but Joran's a good little dwarf. He's the brother of Staunton Vane. Basically, there was this thing called the Sword of Valor that protected the city of Dresden from the demons. And it stopped demons from teleporting into Dresden. And Minago, eyeless bitch lady, convinced Staunton to go take the Sword of Valor, it's like this banner with Iomede's sword on it, out onto the battlefield with him and fight with it and leave Dresden totally open to attack. And Staunton did so because he wanted to prove that he was a Chad dwarf, a chwarf as I like to call them, and it resulted in the fall of the city of Dresden. It was very sad. Show Radiance. And let's look at the wares. Magical helmet, magical shield. Don't mind if I do. Banded mail +1. We'll get that because we'll pick up heavy armor proficiency very soon. Smasher, attrition dagger, detainer, merry-go-round, pain channeler, butcher of the undead. Fantastic. Let's kit Woljif Jefto out real quick. Can give him Attrition Dagger for one hand. Can he use... Where is my clock just go? Did it disappear from my inventory suddenly? It looks like it might have. That's weird and seems buggy. No, I gave it to my bud, my pal. I need to go get her a longsword. Give me a longsword. Bastard swords are always good as well. But I'm mostly interested. Fuck it. I mean, we can just give her radiance for the time being. That'll be fine. Alright. Let's give you radiance. Equip that shield. Living Ram. Uses the charge maneuver. Further vigilance. +4 bonus to AC against sneak attacks. We'll just have her chuck on that bounded mail. We can give good old Camellia here. Nice little acid sickle and buckler. Give our boy here all of that shit. And what do we want from me? Can't even equip pretty much anything, right? Well, Sela, your perception probably kind of sucks anyway, so you can have the goofy ass helmet. Bracers of the Wizard. I think, you know, Sela might not stick around for that long because we're gonna be a bastard to everyone this run. But we'll probably give her her mount for as long as she does want to bother to stick around. We'll give Camellia that. I always forget I'm a witch, so the gloves of the neophyte would actually be useful to me. Is this?
No,
oh, right.
no.
She can't even wear any other necklace because she's got her stupid little... Her stupid little look at me, I'm an awful person necklace on. Great. Windwag. Let's give Windwag the silly goggles. And may as well give Camellia that ring. Bone amulet. You know what? Sure, Woljif. You can have the bone amulet. The bamulet. The bonulet. Alright. I feel like we're pretty much all set. I've got everything set that I want to have set. We'll level up Woljif. Well, I'll have him bump his con by 1. Just because I feel like that's useful. Yes, he can take a point out of use magic device and put it in stealth. And then we got hideous laughter and invisibility. Always good. Complete. Alright. Fantastic. Well, that's said and done. I think we'll call it. Right. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a good time. And next time things will get worse. So that'll be fun.